to LA Love Creative, where we give you filmmaking and photography tips. If you haven't, make sure you turn on notifications so that you know when we post a video. Today, we are going to be talking about how to take great, fantastic, wonderful product photos. Whether you're a small business that wants to up their game in Instagram, or you're a photographer that needs to know how to do this for clients, this video is for you. We recently shot with one of our clients, Seabold Ginger Beer, and they make tasty ginger beer in Los Angeles. You can check out their information below. Let's jump right into the top tips on taking great product photos. Props. Now you're going to need to start to create a collection of props that you use for all your product photography. I find this to be super fun because it's shopping and it's finding quirky things that can work. But if you're just like clueless on how to start, a good place to begin is home goods stores, thrift stores, estate sales, anywhere that might have something quirky that you can use. Now, when looking for props and starting your collection, don't get overwhelmed. Start with pieces that you can use for multiple photos, that you can style in different ways and really make them pop. You name it, you can use it for product photography if you have a creative eye. Now, how to store these props is we use a container and we just keep it in the garage. We collect things and we put it in that container. It's very, very simple to do, and we find that that's really easy. Sometimes you won't have the budget for art director or stylist, so you're going to have to budget in and get a lot of props so that you always have them ready to go for shoots, which makes you more valuable to the client. So remember that when you're investing in your props. Natural light. We've talked about natural light a lot in videos, and that's because it's important. It will make your photos beautiful, even if you're not a super professional photographer yet. This is great for small businesses because you can ensure that your pictures will be clean. This is something that you can obtain. You don't have to invest in a lot of lighting to make sure that your product photos look good. In addition, when you are looking at natural light, pay attention to the way the light cascades through different windows, the patterns it makes, because that can add depth to your pictures, dimension. It can create shadows, darkness, so that's really good to pay attention to when you're working with natural light. When we did the photos for Seabold Ginger Beer, it has reflective surface. It's a glass bottle. We use strobe lights to get rid of that reflection. That's something that a professional photographer should know how to do with lighting, but it's also something you can invest in if you are a small business working with glass bottles and you don't have the photoshopping skills to take care of it later. Textures, colors, and backgrounds. When you are shooting, try to be more creative than just the white background or the white tabletop. You can add so much life to an image by adding in some texture. That could be with the use of a tablecloth or a placemat that has a different texture. You can also use different backgrounds. And that could be wood, it could be a shiny kind of texture or gritty, like think outside the box, don't just go straight to the white. And this is also in terms of when you're collecting for your props, always think, you know, how can this be used in the background of my photo or in a flat lay from my photo? If you are dealing with an all white space and you do want to add color, or any kind of space you want to add color, I love plants. They add a greenness. This is where, you know, stopping by and getting some leaves and stuff from the supermarket works great, because they'll add a pop of green. You can throw it in the corner. It can be kind of off camera, and it just adds a little bit of color. And when you're looking for different textures and stuff, sometimes you might be like, this is kind of ugly, like I'd never see this texture. But in a photograph, it looks so cool and different. So keep that in mind when you are working with different textures, and just test it out. Test it out. If it doesn't work, move on to the next one. Those are my top 3 tips on how to tackle product photos to make your Instagram and your website pop. Hit us up on social media, it's down below if you have any questions on filmmaking or photography. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you share, like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you next time.